Hi guys, welcome to the PassportsAndVisas.com YouTube channel. Today we're going to discuss the costs associated with getting a U.S. passport. Let's get started. Okay, so an adult passport is the most common type of passport application that we typically see. So people are applying for a new passport. There's a fee to the U.S. Department of State for $110. That is paid via check or money order. If you're choosing to expedite your passport, so routine service there for the $110 typically gets you the passport back in about 8 to 10 weeks. If you want to expedite the passport and get it a little bit faster, you can get it back in 4 to 6 weeks and you pay an additional $60 fee. So all total for those two fees, it's either $110 or $170. You apply for a new passport at a post office, clerk of the court, or a library, somewhere that is sanctioned by the U.S. Department of State to adjudicate passport applications is the fee. It's effectively kind of witnessing an application. So these different services, typically a post office, charge an additional $35 fee for their services. So that makes the totals either $110 plus $35 or $145, or if you're expediting, $170 plus $35, which is a total of $205. So that covers all the costs associated with acquiring a new passport book, which is one of these things right here. So there's an additional item that's an optional item for you that's called a passport card. So a passport card is good for land and sea travel outside of the United States, but not air. If you're going to be traveling via air to anywhere outside of the Canada, Mexico, and the Caribbean, then you're going to need the passport book. But if you just are looking for something quick and easy that you can get via air or land across the border, then you can also apply for a passport card. So a passport card is simply another checkbox on the application that is an additional $30 fee. So if you're applying for a passport card, there will be an additional fee of $30 that is written in the check to the U.S. Department of State. So if you're applying for the book and the card, then it's $140 for routine service, or if you're expediting, then it would be $205. So let's get into the next type of service, which is renewing a passport. So if you already have a passport and it was an adult passport and you're eligible to renew your passport, which means that it's not damaged, it was issued to you as an adult, and it was issued within the past 15 years, then you can apply for a passport renewal, which is frankly an easier process. So the fees with that are also a little bit simpler. You do not need to go and visit a post office or clerk of the court. You just simply fill out the applications and then you're ready to go. So in that case, the fee for a routine passport renewal is $110, and it is to the U.S. Department of State, written out a check or a money order, and the check needs to have your name and date of birth on it. If you're applying as routine service, then the passport will come back to you in about 8 to 10 weeks. If you're applying to expedite a passport renewal, and then there's an additional $60 fee, so the total would be a $170 check to the U.S. Department of State. This would get your passport back to you in about 4 to 6 weeks. So let's get on to minor passports, which is for children. So people that are under the age of 16 receive a 5-year passport book or a passport card. So it's a limited time frame and it is not a renewable passport. So every time a child needs to get a passport, they have to effectively apply through a new passport, which is similar to the adult, but it's different fees. So let's get into those fees. So if you're applying for your child's passport for routine service, which again is about 8 weeks or so, that fee will be $80 to written out to the U.S. Department of State via check or money order. Again, if you're needing to expedite your child's passport, it's an additional $60. So in that case, you would get it in 4 to 6 weeks, and the fee to the U.S. Department of State would be $140. Finally, just like the adult passports, there is a stop that you need to go to the post office or clerk of the court, and there's an additional $35 fee for that. So all in, your cost for a child's passport for routine service would be $80 plus the $35 fee to the post office or clerk of the court. So that's a total of $115. If you're looking to expedite your child's passport, then it's $140 to the U.S. Department of State, and then an additional $35 to the post office, so that's $175 total. So to summarize a child's passport, the fees are $80 or $140 written out to the U.S. Department of State, plus $35 to the clerk of the court. So another item that's not particularly common is a passport card for a child. In these cases, passport cards are $15 as opposed to $30 for an adult. So that is an additional item that you can add to applying for a child's passport, is a $15 passport card should that child need to just travel via land or sea to Mexico or Canada or the Caribbean. So that sums up the passport costs associated with getting a U.S. passport. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, if you could please like this video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this, if you could subscribe, we would greatly appreciate it. Thank you.